Trev's Hockey Show. I'm the Trev. It's too sweet. Anyway, I'm continuing with and keeping an old project up to date. Now, if you've been with this channel long enough, you remember I've done this. It's been about 3, maybe 4 years since I've done this, where I would go through every team's jersey history and pick 5 that I really liked and call one my absolute favorite. Well, somehow, probably because Trev wasn't paying attention, it completely missed Trev's radar that he's now able to do a video for the league's 3rd youngest team, the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, obviously, I can't do the 2nd youngest team, or the youngest team for that matter, as they don't have enough jerseys. At least not yet. The 2nd youngest team only needs one more, and then I can start this. The youngest, well, they need a name first, and then they need to come up with more jerseys. But I'm getting completely off topic. Either way, I'm going to go over the Vegas Golden Knights' brief jersey history, because they've given us 6 to this date. Out of those, I'm going to pick 5 and call one of those my absolute favorite. So, let's talk about it. So again, the Vegas Golden Knights, they're a very young team. They're not even in the league as of 10 years as of this recording. But, as I've mentioned, they've given us 6 jerseys to choose from. And we're starting off with their inaugural set. You know, the steel gray with the interwoven patterns on the sleeves, which nobody had done it up to that point, but everybody's doing it now. You know, the same steel gray jersey that they took to the Stanley Cup Finals in their first actual year. I mean, they lost it, but you know, that's what I think of when I think of the Vegas Golden Knights, at least the early Vegas Golden Knights. And then we got the Golden Knights jersey. And if it weren't for the fact that this jersey is now synonymous with a Stanley Cup win, never mind a trip to the final, an actual Stanley Cup win, one would have to wonder if this jersey would still fall by the wayside of a gimmick or a play on the name. But either way, this jersey is now a part of Vegas history. And then their first attempt at the reverse retro. And I get where they're paying tribute to the Las Vegas Thunder of the IHL when they played at the time. This look just does not work. I don't know if it's too much red, because red is very overbearing in a Golden Knights jersey. Just saying. I mean, there is some elements of gold, but the red, it's not perfect. So to reward your patience with a bad reverse retro, you get another one. And trust me, this one ticks off all the things that makes this a pet peeve jersey for me. The biggest thing being the Vegas across the chest, but there's also a gimmick attached to this one. Turns out this jersey does what no other jersey does. This is, you know, you can automatically put the Drew jerseys in this behind one of the worst gimmicks. This one glows in the dark. Thankfully, we haven't seen it since. Which brings us to their more recent release, the 2024 Winter Classic jerseys. And I'm going to say, for what Vegas lacks in terms of hockey history and a background behind them, they make up for in revisionist history nicely. I mean, if this was what a Vegas Golden Knights jersey would have looked like way back in the day, I would have loved it. I mean, you look at the crest, that's a shoulder patch waiting to happen. And the number font, the numbers are just so not what you're used to seeing on a Vegas jersey, but this one works just perfectly. Like, I get it, it's very much a tribute to many different things, but also being a revisionist history and an idea of what could have been. They almost knocked this one right out of the park. Alright, so now comes the part where, of these 6 jerseys, I have to eliminate one and pick 5, and out of those 5, pick a favorite. Well, this one should be easy to do. So with that, here's my top 5, starting with what I would consider, and finishing off with what I would consider my absolute favorite Vegas Golden Knights jersey. Starting off with their second reverse retro. I gave this one the pass over the other one. Not because it's one of the ones Vegas has that actually grinds my gears, but because it's not nearly as much of an eyesore as their first reverse retro. Sure, you have two of the worst things going for it, a gimmick and the name down across the front. But at least this one, you're not hurting yourself looking at it. The road jerseys, I'll consider at a number 4 spot. For now, just because there are 3 better jerseys than it in my mind. It's got to go somewhere, right? I mean, of the 6, we've already eliminated 1. This is merely a formality spot. The Golden Knights jersey comes in next, and I'm not gonna lie, when this came out, I was a critic. I was a vocal critic. I think I actually did a video on this, so I don't remember. I'll have to double check. But again, a Stanley Cup win will help this kind of look grow on you, and I think that's exactly what happened. They won the cup in this jersey. You can't not think of the Vegas Golden Knights without thinking this look, them lifting the cup in this jersey. So, because it is a part of history, we'll put it as number 3. Their Winter Classic jerseys, they're nice. They're nice. If it were for the fact that Seattle had better looking jerseys, these ones would probably be way up there. But again, it's just a figment of an imagination of a time that never was, that could have been. As I said, they knocked this one out of the park nicely. Everything went right for this one. I mean, it's a shame we don't see too much more of it. I mean, I think they played a couple more games with this during the 23-24 season, but I'd love to see this in its rotation, or in the rotation, for the Vegas jerseys, which leaves old Steel Gray at number 1. I love this jersey in the sense of, this is how I remember the Vegas Golden Knights when they came in. This is how I remember the original Misfits when they were breaking all the expansion records and finishing first in the Pacific Division in their inaugural campaign. This is the same Knights I think of when I think of the 2018 Stanley Cup Finals. Even though I think of the Capitals more, I think of the Knights in this jersey making their bold statements. And yeah, if they would have won the cup in this jersey, I'm sure, the Golden Knights jersey might be a close number 2. But again, this is what I think of when I think the Golden Knights in their original text, and even in their current text, because these are just too nice jerseys to let go by the wayside. I am actively looking for the Steel Gray one, but no rush to build the jersey collection at this point. So let me know what your favorite Vegas Golden Knights jersey is. Let me know if you think I'm off the mark on my description as to why they are placed where they are on my list. I'd love to hear your input. So that's another one of them Trev's hockey shows. I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't think I don't appreciate the gesture, especially if you made it to this point. And if you have made it to this point, hey, I'm glad you're here to watch the entire video. I really am. But since you have watched the entire video from start to now, and probably till finish, feel free to give me that thumbs up. I think I've earned it. I mean, just to let me know you're digging my stuff, just to let me know you're here, just to let me know you're saying hey. That thumbs up, believe me, it goes a long way. If you want that red button that says subscribe all over it, come on, you know you want to hit it. I know you want to hit it. The algorithm knows you want to hit it. And trust me, we're pushing for 500. We're so close to 300 now, I can almost taste it. And for everybody who's come along, thank you very much. For everybody who wants to come along, I encourage you to do so. We're getting better from here. If you want to, that link in my description below, that'll take you to my Facebook page. Feel free to join that. It's free, and I'd love to build an audience on there. Much like I've built an audience here, I'd love to see the same kind of audience on Facebook. So moving forward, as far as this project's concerned, well, I'd like to think 5 is the golden rule. And if 5 is the golden rule, then I at least have a team to update. And I'll have to keep my eye on a couple more. Because when I was looking through the playlists and whatever else, there's a lot of teams that were at 4 that will probably be at 5 this time next year. So look for updates on this one on top of, whenever Seattle and Utah decide to release more jerseys, then we get them out of the way. But either way, in the meantime, and in between time, be looking for videos with Trev. Later.